Charmaine and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time visiting my channel, thank you so much. Can you please subscribe and like the video if it helps you out? Today we are going to talk about the difference between the SVG and a PNG file. I get most of my SVG and PNG files from Etsy or either websites that the sellers sell them on. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about Etsy a little bit. Etsy. I'm opening my Etsy, and then basically when you purchase files from them, you make sure you have an Etsy account, and then you go into after you purchase them, you purchase the images from a seller. I'm not gonna go through all that. You can figure it, try to go on Etsy and just look around and see the different people that sells different files. But as you do purchase it, you pay for it, and then they send it to your Etsy account. So you go to you right here in the corner, and you just push the little arrow. Then you go to purchases and reviews. I'm gonna try to download one today so you can see how it looks. And then I'm gonna download it again. You can download these as many times you want to. And I'm gonna go ahead and download. It says download file, like this right here. This file right here, it tells you, read what the instruction says. It tells this is a SVG, and then it should be a PNG also. So you go ahead and download the files, and I have a Mac, so I downloaded it, and I'm gonna show you how to open them up and stuff. This is a zip file right here. It tells you right here this is a zip file, and it must have all her files in one. But this one right here, it's not a zip file, so it has 3 different downloads: the SVG and the PNG. Then this is something extra that I usually don't really deal with. That I just deal with the PNG and the SVGs. So I'm gonna download the PNG, then the SVG. When you purchase it, make sure you read before you purchase it, because I bought a lot of different files where I thought I was gonna be able to use them when I bought them, because they were not. It was too much detail in them for me to cut them out on the Cricut, and I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be too much weeding, and I'm not trying to do all that with all that weeding and stuff. So I was like, oh my god, I wasted my money. But now what I do with those files is just too much weeding. Like I said, like the hair can be really detailed, and it's just so much you got to do. And it's like, this is just too much work. I can just make it a PNG file and just use it for sublimation. So if you want to know more about sublimation, I have videos about how to convert your printer over to sublimation, and also different shirts that I sublimated. Today we're going to just talk about the difference between the SVG and the PNG. So right now you can see this right here, this uploaded, and this is the PNG. And you go to the little arrow right here, and her name is Maya, so I'm just gonna say, because I keep forgetting the names, so I just said little girl. I could better find it better when I'm looking for little girl. Okay, then I tag under my purple, because all of my SVGs and stuff is in purple. And then I just download it. So she's saved. All my downloads showed up right here, and I'm still in Etsy. So what I do is just go ahead and click on this one. This is the pickable one that I liked, and I'm just going ahead and see how it's saved. Save it separately. The PNG file is right here, and the SVG file is right here. So I'm just go ahead and save it where I need to save it at, so I can find it better for me when I'm ready to use it. Okay, now I'm gonna close that out and close Etsy out, and then I'm gonna go to create space. Then I go to new project. Then I go to upload right here in the corner over here. Then I'm gonna go to upload image right here, browse, and then look for my little girl. And I'm gonna do the little girl PNG, as you can see right here, the PNG and the SVG. So I'm gonna just work on these two girls so you can see the difference between these 2 files. I'm gonna upload this. Open. So when you upload a PNG, it'll come up open like this, and what you need to do is, I always go to complex, which means fine detail. So let's just see the difference between this. If you go to simple, it'll change. Let's see how much it'll change. The skin color changed a little bit. You go to moderate. Did that change at all? No, it didn't change at all. But when you go to complex, it changes, give you color. See how the earrings are pink now? So then I just go to complex to bring all the detail out. And then I go to continue right here. And then the image is kind of large, so it will pop up. There it is. That's my image. And then sometimes you might have, if you get some stuff off the web and it's not clean, you can also clean this up. Like you can take the eraser and erase stuff, take the eraser and just go around it and erase it. Sometimes you might have different lines around it, but that's only when you getting stuff off the internet. Like if you just Googling something and you can pop it up and then it come up like this. But so most of the time when you buy images, they're already cleaned up. So this is what this is for. Then you continue to do anything right there, but just continue. And then let me show you what this is right here. Right here is basically the file. And if you want to print and cut, you click on this file, which we're gonna do this right now so I can show you how it is when it's print and cut. And then if you want to cut it, this is how it's going to look. So you don't want to cut this image. This is a PNG. You can tell this is a PNG because if it was the SVG, it would have an item over here. Okay, so right now you see this is a print and cut. And print and cut basically is good just for when you to for you just to print from your inkjet printer. You cannot use print and cut for vinyl. So I'm gonna show you why. So I'm gonna save that. Okay, so now that's upload. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload the other one too while we here on this. That was the PNG, so I'm gonna do it. Go ahead and upload the SVG. Okay. And let's see if the process with this is still the same. Just gonna change it to little girl. So I could better find her better. Because I would not remember her name was Maya. And then see how it comes right to your recently uploaded images because it's a SVG. So you don't worry about cleaning that up because it's SVG. But sometimes PNGs, you know, they don't work. And see, look at the color. That's the SVG, that's the PNG. So even the colors is different. The skin tone is different from the two files. Okay, so let's do the let me show you the PNG first. Go ahead and click on it once and then I'll go ahead and insert it right here. PNGs are basically printable files. You can print and cut them. And you can also use this for sublimation. Okay? So when you do a PNG, that's what you're going to use it for. To print it on your inkjet printer or to print it out on your sublimation printer. You cannot use this as an SVG file. Or you can use this as to layer vinyl. I'm sorry. You cannot use this image to layer vinyl. You cannot ungroup this. See over here how it does not have any kind of groups over here. It's a cut and print. So usually if this is SVG, you be able to ungroup it and change everything. So with PNGs, you cannot change. You got to keep it the way it is. You can make it bigger or smaller, resize it, but you cannot change the details of this picture. This is the size right here you can cut from Cricut. Any bigger size, if you want to make this a bigger image, you have to either use Word or Silhouette because this is the max size for Cricut. I'm going to show you how it looks when you make it. See how it's all together? It's on the piece of paper. It's not even on the mat. It's on the piece of paper because this is how it's going to print out. Now I'm going to upload the SVG. Let's talk about the SVG. The SVG, you can ungroup it over here, different groups. You can change a lot of different things. I'm gonna show you that in a minute. You can, if she had glasses, you can take the glasses off her face. You can change the earring colors. You can change her hair color. You can use vinyl and HTV with the SVG. And you can also turn this SVG to a PNG. Let's go ahead and do this. So now it's all one piece, okay? But let's look how it's gonna look if you make it. Look at that. Now when you did this with PNG, it didn't break up like this, and now it's on a mat. It's not on paper. This is a white mat for the eyes or whatever those pieces are. And it's a black mat for this, with everything that's black on that picture. It'll be printed on a black mat. Then the brown, This is the brown they have on here, but if you have different kind of color vinyl, that's what color your brown is going to be, the same color as your vinyl. So this is just basically the color the vinyl is supposed to be. Okay, and as far as the pink too, what if you didn't have pink vinyl, you won't have, it won't print out pink. It'll print out whatever you put on that mat, the vinyl color you put on that mat. Okay, so let's go back and see how it broke everything up. So this is called a layering. This is a layering piece. Sometimes you can get vinyls that's got 1 layer or 2 layers, 3 layers, or 5 layers, or more than 5 layers. But so right here, this is considered a 4-layer SVG. She got black, brown, white, and pink. Those are 4 different layers. And right here, if you want to change your earring, right here it says the groups. Okay, and I'm gonna try to get the picture here too so you can see when I change it. Earrings. See how I clicked on the earrings? Click on the earrings, that's 1 earring. So you click on the earring and you can change the color. You go up to color, go to pink right here. You can change whatever color you want. Let's do it red. See how that earring changed, turn red? Okay, then I'm gonna change the other earring. Click it on. But you can see what color you already used, so we could just stay with these colors. Not in the same color. You can also see what else. All these little things. It's so much going on here. There's so much different things. So that's why people say layering is kind of crazy, because you don't want to cut all this up like this. You would have a time trying to put all these things together to make this girl. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna show you how you can do this. So now that part right here, this cut is black, all the black. So you can change the black to a different color too, to brown. But then all her face is brown too, so you might not want to do that. So I'm just showing you the different things you can do with the SVGs. You can change the colors. Sometimes they have women, you can change her hair, which would be really cute, but on her it won't be cute because all this is going to turn black. So sometimes they separate the hair from the, everything else. Okay, let's see how it's going to look when we ungroup her. We don't want to keep her like this because we want to try to group some of this stuff together, so we have to worry about cutting it like this. So let's highlight it, to put our cursor over it, and go to ungroup. And ungroup will allow you to move it around like this. Okay, so this is cool. All this will be black. Let's bring this down so you can see everything. Make it smaller so you can be able to have more room to work. So all this is be black. So this is good. So what you need to do is cover it with your cursor and weld it so it can all cut together. Okay. So now that'd be all one cut instead of taking the eyes out, taking the eyebrows out. But you still gonna have to take these little white pieces out because that is white. Whatever is white will cut out. Like this right here is gonna cut out white because it's her skin. So this is gonna be just transparent basically. And then her we need these pieces in her eye, which is right over here. We're gonna need these things because it's transparent. You're gonna be able to see whatever you put on this image. You'll be able to see through that. So you gotta make sure you keep these eyes. So let's move this around and see. This is all grouped together as her skin. But you still want to weld it to make sure it stays together when you print it, when it's time to cut, I'm sorry. So I push the weld down there, and now it's all together, connected. Then these are the eyes. You don't have to really put these, but this would be good. These are the earrings. So I want to go ahead and weld that too. Then these are the eyes, because you really don't want to, look how little those eyes are. You don't want those to be separated, because it's going to be like, oh my God, we got to put all these pieces together. It's going to be crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and weld that also. And now we have everything welded. Now look at the group, how it's grouped. You can see how it's going to cut. These are the eyes. These are the earrings. This is their skin. And there's her face. So you have 4 layers. And it's going to be so much easier to cut out like this because you can just basically put this on first. You put this on the vinyl. Put this on whatever object you're putting this on, like a cup, a shirt, or whatever. You put it like that. Then you put the skin on. See how it is? You got to do it, work it in as a puzzle. You got to do the same thing when you get it on that object. You want to put it on there. Put the image on. Then her eyes go in there. Because it has to be, because it's transparent. Your earrings. See how it's grouped up? If it wasn't grouped, you had to take 1 earring at a time to put it on her face. And it's already measured to how you size the image so it goes on there perfectly. See that? Perfectly. And basically, when you ungroup something, please do not change the size. Because if you do change the size when you ungroup it, it's gonna mess your whole thing up. It won't be the puzzle will not fit. Okay, it won't fit. So don't resize your image after you ungrouped it. Okay, okay. And see how hard it is for me to do it on the computer, how to keep them white lines out the way. It's how hard it's going to be when you try to put this image together on a shirt. It's not easy to do layering. You got to take practice and practice and practice and practice. Okay? Okay, so now let me show you. Even though we don't have to stack her back up like that, we don't have to do that. I just did it just to make sure everything looks good, but you could let her, you separate her like this, it's still fine. That's how you're going to cut it anyway. So let me go ahead and show you how it's going to look. Even if I had her to separate it or together, it's going to still look like this. Because we have to separate it to go the colors. So now her eyes is there. Bring it down so it won't cut the red line. It won't be on the red line. Bring it down so it can cut. And then, like I said, if you use an HTV, make sure you mirror it. But if you don't use HTV, HTV stands for heat transmitted vinyl, which means you're going to use your heat press to heat it on something. But if you use a regular vinyl, you don't have to mirror it. And the regular vinyl is called Oracle 651. See how that's going to print out. Make sure you bring it. Make sure it's not on that red line because her hair will cut off. It happens to me a couple times, so make sure you move it over. And this is the size of the mat. The mat is a 12 by 12 mat. That's how it's going to look on Cricut. So you get your black vinyl, you put it on there, and this is how it's going to cut out. Then you can change this earring. Even though if you pick this color right here, if you don't have this color, you can still put another color in your mat. Okay, so don't worry about the color. But they're just trying to tell you how they change the color so you can see how it's, to divide the pieces so you can know it's all not black, This is the skin. Okay? Alrighty. Let me see. So I'm just going to cancel that out. Talk a little bit more about this. So, like I said, there's a big difference. I just went over the differences between the PNGs and the SVGs. Well, I compared them all. Also, let me show you how to make this. I'll just put it back together. You can make this a PNG file, just like what we just showed. I just showed you a PNG file. I can make this to a PNG file, which means I can print this out. I can make this a PNG file, which means that this will all be together, printed together. But right now it's printed, it's layered. Now I can make her to have one layer, which is a print and cut. I go down here and I push flatten, and watch this. See how it's flattened her? And now she only has one group. It's just a cut and print, and it tell you right there, cut and print, and that's her right there. So you can change SVG files to PNGs, but you can't change PNGs to SVGs. Okay. So let me see. Then let me show you how it looks. Now I can make her. This is how it's gonna look. All one file. All one page. Okay. Let's go over the differences again real quick. PNG is a printable file. You can print and cut it. You can use it for sublimation. It's really clean and crisp image. The background is transparent. It can't be layered. And you can only print it. The size you can print on Cricut is 6.75 by 9. Can't go big. You cannot make it larger than that unless you printing from Word or your Silhouette. And you can only use this file for, like I said, a sublimated printer or inkjet printer. You cannot use this as a vinyl cut. Okay, that's just a PNG. But then when I had the SVG, because I remember I had the SVG right here, but I changed it to a PNG because it's only one cut. But when the SVG, you can ungroup. Okay, you can change things. You can change earrings. You can change hair color. You can change if she had glasses. I can take the glasses off her face. I can leave them on. I can change the color in the glasses. You can change lip colors. If you have lips, you can change the lip colors for SVG. But you can use this SVGs on heat transfer, which is HTV vinyl, and you can use it on Oracle, which is 651 vinyl. And let me see what else I need to know. You can make this a PNG file, which I already did. And you can print the SVG as big as you want to on Cricut. Well, it's 12 by 12. So with the vinyl, you can print it up to 12 by 12, the same size as the mat. Alrighty, I think that's all I have for you today. If you want to know anything else about Cricut, about PNGs or SVGs, sublimation, anything else, just please put it down in the comment box below. I can help you by making a video for you. I made a few videos. I made a video about how to convert your Epson printer into a sublimation printer. I done made a book bag with these pickable images. I made a boy. I can make a girl too. Let me know if you want to make a girl. I made a video about that, how to iron him on a book bag. That's really a big hit right now. I sublimated notebooks. I sublimated water bottles. I do a lot of different things. T-shirts, vinyl with T-shirts, and T-shirts with sublimation. So if you have any videos in mind, please let me know. And please visit my boutique page. It's Charming Gal Boutique on Facebook. I'll leave all that stuff in the description bar below. And also, please like and subscribe and share if you want to. All right, that'll be all I have today, and I will see you soon.